Hi there, I'm MILIND VAMSI. In this video, I'm going to talk about the cybersecurity frameworks. Now let's start with the introduction to cybersecurity frameworks. The world we live in now is like a mesh, including our finances, social profiles, and governmental infrastructure. So in today's digital age, cybersecurity by default has become a necessity. Cybersecurity helps in protecting our personal information to intellectual properties from deliberate attempts of damage and theft risk as our world leans more towards cloud services. So we use cybersecurity frameworks. Cybersecurity frameworks serve as a structured guidelines and best practices to help organizations safeguard their digital assets, mitigate risks, and maintain resilience against cyber attacks. These frameworks also provide a systematic approach in managing the cybersecurity risks. Now let's see what are cybersecurity frameworks. Cybersecurity frameworks are a comprehensive set of guidelines, standards, and practices designed to help organizations effectively manage cybersecurity risks across their IT infrastructure, networks, systems, and data. The frameworks provide a structured approach in managing and mitigating cyber risks by outlining best practices, guidelines, and standards of the industry. It is a practice of managing the cybersecurity risks by following security guidelines that arise in the digital world. The goal of cybersecurity framework is to reduce the cyber attacks. The cybersecurity framework is closely related to an organization's risk management strategy to update the information technology and also provide a way to stay off cyber attacks. Now let's see why should we use cybersecurity frameworks. The primary purpose of cybersecurity frameworks is to provide organizations with a roadmap for developing, implementing, and continuously improving their cybersecurity posture. By adopting a cybersecurity framework, organizations can identify and prioritize the risks, establish baseline security controls, enhance incident response capabilities, facilitate compliance, promote continuous improvement. Now let's see what are these. Identifying and prioritizing risks. Cybersecurity frameworks help organizations to identify and assess the potential cybersecurity risks based on their business objectives, industrial regulations, and threat landscape. Establishing baseline for security controls. Frameworks offer a set of baseline security controls and best practices that organizations can tailor to their specific needs to protect their critical assets and sensitive information. Enhancing incident response capabilities. Frameworks provide a guidelines for developing incident response plans and procedures to detect, respond to, and to recover from cybersecurity incidents effectively, facilitating compliance. Many cybersecurity frameworks align with regulatory requirements and industrial standards, making it easier for organizations to demonstrate compliance with relevant laws, regulations, and contractual obligations. At last, promoting continuous improvement. Frameworks promote a culture of continuous improvement by encouraging organizations to regularly assess their cybersecurity posture, implementing updates, and adapt to evolving threats and technologies. Cybersecurity framework components. There are three components included in the cybersecurity framework. First, the framework core, next, framework implementation tiers, and the framework profile. The framework core provides a set of desired cybersecurity activities and outcomes using common language that is easy to understand. The core guides organizations in managing and reducing their cybersecurity risks in a way that is complementing an organization's existing cybersecurity and risk management processes. Next, we have the framework implementation tiers, in which we assist an organization by providing context on holes in an organization view the cybersecurity risk management. The tiers guide organizations to consider the appropriate level of rigor for the cybersecurity program and is often used as a communication tool to discuss the risk appetite, mission priority, and budget. At last, we have the framework profile, which are an organization's unique alignment of an organizational prerequisite and goals and assets against the desired outcomes of the framework code. Profiles are primarily used for identifying and prioritizing opportunities for improving cybersecurity at an organization. Next, we move on to the types of cybersecurity frameworks. There are three types of cybersecurity frameworks: control frameworks, program frameworks, and risk frameworks. Control frameworks. It is a basic strategy that is developed for the security team. It is important to provide a baseline for the set of controls. Then the existing technical state is assessed and the implementation is prioritized accordingly here. Program frameworks. Here, you need to assess the security program and build the security program. And also, you need to measure the competitive analysis. Risk frameworks. Here, we initially define the key process steps to assess or manage risks. Then we need to structure the program for risk management. Later, you need to prioritize the security activities. By combining the elements from each of these cybersecurity frameworks, organizations can develop comprehensive cybersecurity strategies that address a specific needs, risks, objectives, and it also enhances the overall resilience against cyber threats. Now let's see these types of cybersecurity frameworks in detail. First comes the control framework. Why should we use a control framework? This is a foundation of all our security programs, like what are the specific controls and activities in our organizations that help protect us against the bad guys. Use of control frameworks is to identify the baseline set of controls and assess the state of technical capabilities, prioritizing implementation of controls, and developing an initial roadmap for the security team is done here. Some examples of control frameworks include NIST SP 853. This is a framework published by the National Institute Standards and Technology, provides a catalog of security and privacy controls for federal information systems and organizations. CIS controls, developed by the Center for Internet Security. The CIS controls offers a prioritized set of best practices for cybersecurity defense out there, focusing on foundational controls that can significantly reduce cyber risk. PCI DSS, the Payment Card Industry Data Security Standard. It outlines the requirements for securing payment card transactions and protecting the cardholder's data, including controls related to network security, access control, and encryption. Next, we move on to the program frameworks. Program frameworks provide a guidance on establishing, implementing, and managing cybersecurity program within the organization. These frameworks encompass a broader set of activities and processes beyond individual controls, focusing on the governance, risk management, compliance, and continuous improvement of the organization's defense. Some examples of the program frameworks include NIST Cybersecurity Framework (CSF). It is developed by NIST. The CSF provides a voluntary framework for managing cybersecurity risk based on five core functions. The core functions are identify, protect, detect, respond, and recover. It emphasizes the risk management and collaboration among stakeholders. We will be seeing this NIST cybersecurity framework in later. ISO IEC 27001. This international standard specifies requirements for establishing, implementing, maintaining, and continuously improving an information security management system. It provides a systematic approach in managing information security risks and includes a framework for developing security policies, procedures, and controls. COBIT, Control Objectives for Information and Related Technologies. COBIT is a framework for governing and managing enterprise IT, including cybersecurity. It provides guidance on aligning IT with business objectives, optimizing IT investments, and ensuring IT related risks are managed effectively. Next, we move on to the risk frameworks. Risk frameworks focus specifically on identifying, assessing, and managing cybersecurity risks within an organization. It provides methodologies and processes for systematically evaluating and prioritizing risks based on their likelihood and impact for implementing controls to mitigate or transfer these risks. It is often used to identify the measure and quantify risk and prioritize the security activities. Some examples of risk frameworks include FAIR, Factor Analysis of Information Risk. It is a quantitative risk analysis framework that provides a standardized approach for assessing and communicating cybersecurity risks in financial terms. It helps organizations prioritize risks and make data driven decisions about risk mitigation strategies. ISO IEC 27005. It is different from the previous one we saw earlier. This international standard provides guidelines for information security risk management, including risk assessment methodologies, risk treatment options, and risk communications. It also helps organizations in establishing a systematic approach to identify, analyzing, and evaluating information security risks. NIST Risk Management Framework RMF. The RMF developed by NIST provides a structured process for managing information security risks within a federal information system and organizations. It includes steps for categorizing, selecting, implementing, assessing, and monitoring security controls to manage risks effectively. Now let's see some real world implementations in organizations that are done using these frameworks. ExxonMobil. It has implemented NIST cybersecurity framework. As we all know, ExxonMobil is one of the world's largest publicly traded oil and gas companies that has adopted the NIST cybersecurity framework to enhance its cybersecurity posture. By aligning its cybersecurity practices with the NIST framework, the ExxonMobil has improved its ability to identify, protect, detect, respond, and recover from cybersecurity threats. The framework provided a structured approach for managing cybersecurity risks against across the organization's global operations. Next, PM Morgan Chase and Co. It has used COBIT for its IT governance. JP Morgan Chase and Co. It is a leading global financial services firm. It has implemented the COBIT framework to strengthen its IT governance and cybersecurity practices. By adopting COBIT, this organization has improved its ability to align the IT investments with business objectives, and it has optimized the IT processes and mitigated IT related risks. The framework provided a common language and a set of principles for managing IT governance and cybersecurity across the organization. This organization also faced some challenges in integrating COVID with the existing IT governance frameworks and practices, which have been overcome after in time. At last, we come to the Microsoft, which is a multinational technological company. It sticks to ISO or IEC 27001 standards for information security management. By complying with this framework, Microsoft demonstrates their commitment to maintaining high standards of information security and protecting customer data. The certification enhances Microsoft's reputation as a trusted provider of cloud services and enterprise software solutions. Microsoft has faced challenges in ensuring consistency and compliance across its vast portfolio of products, services, and business units. Coordinating certification efforts and maintaining compliance with the evolving ISO IEC 27001 requirements required continuous monitoring and adaptation. Well, at the end, Microsoft learned the importance of embedding security into its products and services from the design phase onwards. So, the company has also emphasized the need for transparency, accountability, and continuous improvement in its information security management practices to address the emerging threats and customer expectations. Now, let's see some of the important frameworks in detail. First comes the NIST Cybersecurity Framework. The NIST Cybersecurity Framework is a set of guidelines and best practices designed to help organizations manage and reduce cybersecurity risks. It was developed by the National Institute of Standards and Technology (NISD) in response to the Executive Order 13636, which calls for the creation of a framework that would help critical infrastructure organizations improve their cybersecurity posture. The framework consists of five core functions as mentioned earlier: identify, protect, detect, respond, and recover. Each function is further broken down into categories and subcategories that provide more guidance on how to implement the NIST framework. First, the identity function. It focuses on understanding an organization's cybersecurity risks and vulnerabilities. This includes identifying all the asset systems and data that need to be protected, as well as assessing the potential impact of a cyber attack. Next, the protect function. The protect function involves implementing safeguards to protect against cyber threats. This includes measures such as access controls, encryption, and security awareness training for employees. Detect function. The detect function involves monitoring systems and networks for signs of a cyber attack. This includes implementing intrusion detection and prevention systems as well as conducting regular vulnerability scans and penetration testing. The respond function. The respond function involves developing and implementing a plan to respond to a cyber attack. This includes establishing an incident response team, defining the roles and responsibilities, and developing procedures for containing and mitigating the effects of an attack. Finally, the recover function. This involves restoring normal operations after a cyber attack. It includes developing a business continuity plan, conducting backups of critical data, and ensuring that systems can be quickly restored in the event of an outage. Overall, the NIST cybersecurity framework provides a comprehensive approach in managing cybersecurity risks. By following its guidelines and best practice, organizations can better protect themselves against cyber threats and ensure the confidentiality, integrity, and availability of their sensitive data. Next, we can move on into the ISO 27001 Information Security Management System. ISO 27001 is an information security management system which is a globally recognized framework that provides a systematic approach to managing sensitive information. It outlines a set of best practices for establishing, implementing, and maintaining and continually improving an organization's information security management system. This framework is designed to help organizations identify and manage their risks according to their information assets, including confidential data, intellectual property, and customer information. It also helps an organization to ensure compliance with legal, regulatory, and contractual requirements related to information security. ISO 27001 consists of several key components, including risk assessment and treatment, security controls, and continuous improvement. The framework emphasizes the importance of a risk based approach to information security, which involves identifying potential threats and vulnerabilities, assessing the likelihood and impact of those risks, and implementing appropriate controls to mitigate them. One of the main strengths of ISO 27001 is flexibility. The framework can be adapted to suit the specific needs of different organizations regardless of their size, industry, or location. It can also be integrated with other management systems such as quality management or environmental management to create a comprehensive approach to organizational governance. In overall, the ISO 27001 Information Security Management System is a valuable tool for organizations looking to establish a robust and effective information security program. By following the framework's guidelines, organizations can better protect their sensitive information and reduce the risk of cyber attacks and demonstrate their commitment to security to stakeholders and their customers alike. Well, we have reached the end of this video. I hope you have gained some idea on cybersecurity frameworks. Thank you.